I already hit the button. See, look, we're on Twitch. All right. What are we doing? I set a title. I know I did. Drunk day/night. Right. Let's make a day-night cycle because that was special for Emily. Oh wow, did I just split that into 2 streams? I probably did. Oops. Whatever. Like anytime you edit the thing, it makes a new stream. But
whatever. Anyways, continuing on.
How's our bit rate? Looks okay.
So you're telling me the project for today is to make the day-night cycle in your game?
Indeed.
That seems like an interesting.
It'll be fun.
Focus
It'll be fun
for this stream. Do you consider it to be in a particularly difficult task, or is it just going to be a straightforward thing?
Nah, this one's gonna be pretty straightforward. I mean, getting the clock system sorted is gonna be interesting, but
how do you figure on, like, I guess because that it's going to be based entirely on how the clock rotates. How are you going to figure on attaching it to that?
the actual time.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is maybe just like taking the user's local. Oh, right, my computer's not plugged in. I should probably do that.
Yeah.
But also charging my vape. The priorities, bro.
Right.
But yeah.
Actually, way more interesting than this than I thought I'd be. So I'm gonna turn the music off.
All right.
We'll
So.
also keep the drinks flowing as needed.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is a couple ways we could do it. We could do like take their actual time on the clock of their device and like divide it into however many day-night cycles we want in the actual 24 hours of
a particular amount of time.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's one way. Another way would actually just be to keep a timer running and just like say like every X amount of whatever
Based on how much they've been actually in the
playing the game, it changes. Which might be more sensible because then it's like when they save, it's not like the time's going to change when they come back on.
I also think,
but then
like,
that could be cool. So I don't know.
Well,
it's tricky.
I was gonna say, if you go based on what the actual time is on the device, you're gonna have a lot longer wait times based on what you might think of versus
True. Yeah.
Like just how much time they've been playing, I guess.
Yeah. Also, Weirdy87. Oh shit! Happy Saturday. What's up, man? Happy Saturday indeed. Happiest Saturday.
Oh, Saturdays are the best. You didn't work yesterday, well, you did work yesterday, but
yeah,
you didn't work today, and you don't work tomorrow, so
it's the happy time.
Yeah,
it is indeed the happy time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this away because that's gonna be distracting.
Right. I know, that's why I turned the music off, because it's like I'm actually, like I said, I'm far more engaged with this than I thought I would be.
Alright, so we're in the forest. Well, my codename forest. I'm loving that effect.
Your codename forest, is that just bringing up the map? Or?
No, it's the game. The whole game is just
I
codename
see.
forest right now.
Oh, that's your working title, I see, yes.
Yes. Oh, except this music might play. So I should probably do something about that. Also make it so it fits the screen. Oh god. I keep forgetting I'm on this computer. I'm on a Mac computer and I've got a not Mac keyboard, so this is fun. This is a whole thing.
Yeah, new keyboard today, so
yeah.
Getting used to it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. What was I doing? Yeah, muting the music because we've got our own music going. So that, I guess. Yep, got it.
That looks like it worked.
There we go. Wow, it actually took it. Wow, it's taking a hot minute to load.
Well,
I guess my computer's under load a little bit.
Slightly. I was gonna say I keep checking the temperatures. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was gonna put a little stand up.
Oh right, yeah. Thank you. Let's be Pocahontas.
I'm gonna be useful, as it were.
So So yeah, the goal is to get a day-night cycle in this bitch.
Now, why is the day-night cycle useful, Kurt?
Well, we can have variety in enemies that appear.
Okay.
We can also, oh, hold up. Weirdy87, made it to Salt Spring. Glad to see you streaming. I've had a long day. I won't be up much longer. Fair enough, man. Glad to see you made it. And, yeah, I'm glad to be streaming again, too, man. It's great.
Streams are fun.
Streams are fun. So, day-night cycle. Yeah, we want... So we're gonna get variety in enemies. We can have different like quest things that like maybe you have to do certain things at night or like catch someone doing something at night or whatever. So it's just, it adds another variable to the game that we can kind of dick around with and, you know, get some more fun stuff out of it.
I see, yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
I'm trying to make this like stand as tall as possible with my available
Oh yes, yes, yes.
pieces. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Not all the time you need.
I imagine so. Ooh.
So where should we start? And also my theory of how we're gonna do the actual effect is like well, okay, hold on, I'm in a battle. Although it could apply to the battles too, which would make sense.
Well, like you said, like, you know, particular enemies that appear during what time you're, depending on the time you're in.
Yeah. So what I was thinking though is straight up super easy for getting the darkness effect is just literally like add a graphics panel that's across the entire size of the screen.
Okay.
Like the whole, like from top edge to bottom edge.
Yeah.
And just have it faded into like a darker color, like just fade it to black a bit as it gets darker, fade it out as it gets lighter, because it's all the, we can assume all the sprite sheets are daylight.
Yeah.
And then we can probably just move the stacks of money. We don't really need that on stream. I don't know that it is, but still. Thank you, yes.
I mean, not that I think this might be comparative, but I mean, it makes me feel useful.
Might help, who knows?
Keeps
Just
it on.
mind that you don't yank it out. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But
Pulls it out.
yeah,
Stream.
extreme.
Actually, honestly, it's just sitting like as it is. It's just open air.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm gonna put one in this corner just for fucking
Perfect.
keeping it a little bit elevated, and there we go.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
It's like it's floating magically with a Lego brick. Sorry, guys. What we're doing, by the way, is just getting my USB dongle so that it doesn't get too hot. You heard it here first. My dongle's getting too hot. Okay, so apparently I've got some changes I made. Oh no, I just completely added that archipelago map. What is it again? Archipelago?
Archipelago.
Thank you, archipelago. I just added that map, but that's fine. We can just include that in this commit, no big deal. Where we're gonna be doing the bulk of this is going to be in probably both the map. No, actually, I think the bulk of this is gonna be in the UI, the game UI scene, which we have running over top of the actual game, which is where the menu and all that stuff comes in. So like here, let's just simulate complete darkness for a sec, or not complete darkness, but like nighttime for a second. So I think Dark Fade GFX should remain to be its own thing, and we'll make a new, so weird scrolling with this thing, I'm so not used to it right now. But let's make a new thing here. We'll call it day, night, darkening effect, and we'll call that. Yes, cycle. That's probably better.
Come on, dude.
Okay, there we go. Day-night cycle, and oh, Emily Vero says dink. Rude. Rude. But accurate. So.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
Yeah, sometimes the truth hurts, exactly. Yep. Day-night cycle. So we'll say this dot night night GFX, night graphics equals this dot add dot graphics. We'll say this dot night GFX dot fill style. We'll give it a color of, we'll just give it black for now, although we might fine tune this to like a more dark blue or dark purple or something later.
And what exactly are you doing right now with this particular code that you're writing out, Kurt?
So, okay, right now what I'm doing is making just a box that covers the entire screen. That's going to be a faded, like a darkish black.
Okay,
that's
so,
slightly
you know,
transparent.
it gives a simulation of night without completely blocking our view of
Exactly.
what's going on.
It's
Okay.
like a fade to black, but we stop halfway or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. In fact, we could even set the opacity here, and we don't even have to, like, then it's got like 2 opacities going on, which is really weird. But like,
Okay.
basically you have like the fill style opacity, which is like kind of hard coded into it. It's harder to change that. But then it has like the game object opacity, which we can mess around with really easily.
I imagine those are on 2 different layers and stuff, or is it just
Kind of. It's like the same thing, but it's just like for some reason it has 2 conflicting opacities. So like basically we could turn the opacity of the game object up all the way,
Yeah.
and it would still all the way would only be 0.5 because it wouldn't be the full 1 because we're setting the color's opacity to be 0.5. So anywho,
Okay, yeah.
mind your
Moving on.
details, but yes, moving on. We'll just do this, and we'll say dot fill rect, which is fill rectangle from 0, 0, XY. Hey, the tall witch. Hi there, have a good day to you. Good day to you too, tall witch. Also, Emily Vero says cheese. And Weirdy87 says heart 100, heart 1, heart 1. I feel you, man. Oh, look, this is it's another song that it doesn't like. Look at that. I'm going to skip this one because we can't see the artist. See that? I Remember You by Who Knows. Damn. But it's nice I can do that for my keyboard.
Are you hearing the music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair
On the
enough.
headphones. I just can't play it out the speakers,
No, fair
otherwise
enough.
it'll...
Yeah, it buggers everything up.
Exactly.
It's like talking on the radio while you're listening to it at the same time.
Exactly. So now we're filling it to the window's inner width and the window's inner height so that it'll take up the whole thing. It's just drawing a box. That's all it's doing. And then we're just going to have to set the depth according to the depth of the other things in here. Because right now the fade GFX is -1. Emily Vero, what are you guys drinking? We drinking rum, girl.
Kraken and Pepsi.
Oh yeah, classy broads we are.
Yep.
Um,
Considering that, finish that off and then drink.
all right, working on it. I'll get there. Priorities, yes. So dark, this is already confusing. I don't know what I've done. Fade GFX's depth is -1. Dark fade GFX depth is also -1. So why don't we put this at -2? We'll say this because we'll prioritize those fade GFX because those are for like fade ins, fade outs, stinger kind of things, like transitions and shit. So we'll say night GFX dot set depth, and we'll give it -2.
Honestly, the only thing that I learned out of that entire 30-second interview of you talking is putting notes on the code.
Yeah, that's all you needed to learn. Let's see how it looks. Is it nighttime yet? We will find out. Wow, it's really taking a while to load when I'm streaming. That's interesting.
Okay, think about what you're making your computer do, Kirk.
I know.
Just think about it, please. I really want you to do. That being said, the effect is...
It's working, right?
It's good.
It's already darker, so
yeah, it's
that's
definitely
cool.
darker. How do you feel about the darkness, though? Do you think it could be darker, or do you want it...
I think it could be darker. I want to see it like 75 and see what that looks like. Might be aggressive, but we'll see.
Well, but hey, this is what it's for.
Exactly. This is why we test.
That's actually not... Yeah, that might be aggressive.
Although if it's like the middle of the night, you kind of would expect
Is there
that
any
it's
way
a
to
bit
make it
of.
progress from, you know?
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just testing.
See.
I just want to
Okay.
test how far we should push it, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
But I think this is a good, like, full night.
I think that's a good middle of the night. Like, if
Yeah.
you go any darker, you're not.
It's-
gonna be able
it's gonna be hard
see
to play the
anything
game, yeah.
Precisely. So I mean, yeah, the transition from where you were to this in the middle of the night, and then back out to where you were, and then daylight would be fine. I can
Exactly.
imagine.
Yeah. All right. So, by the way, Emily Vero, this is for you. This is on your request. We, as your recommendation on the last screen. Oh, can there be owls? There could be. There could be if we have graphics for owls, and if not, I'll fucking hunt some down.
So, there's a big marketplace out there.
There's a big marketplace out there.
What would
and-
you like the owls to do, Miss Vero? I'm curious.
Good question.
Are they just going to be a background situation, or are we looking for like owl enemies, owl friends, quest givers? Be specific.
Indeed.
And yes, I talk with my hands at times.
Oh, it's fine. Who doesn't? Well, I guess that's some people, but anyway.
I'm not Italian.
Gets banned in Italy. All right, so. Okay, but now we need to decide on how we're going to do it. Are we going to tap into the device's time and base it off of, like, say, a quarter of the device's time or, like, a 12th of the device's time? Or are we...
Factor of, or are we going to go based on playtime?
Playtime, yeah, that's the question.
I think... it's kind of hard. I mean, like, it depends on what your goals are ultimately with the game.
I know, right? And, like... Oh, but hey, would be a cool effect if we could have like a time scaling item. You know what I mean? Like fast forward in time and go backwards in time kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess that wouldn't matter too much, but I'm just thinking ahead on shit I could fuck around with the time.
If you want one wise owl, Emily, then you are looking for a quest giver.
Perfect.
Some sort of
Quest giver
entity.
owl. I think I have just such a graphic. You might be in luck. Don't want super desk. Wow, don't want alt. Come on. Wow, don't want that either. What the hell button do I... Whatever. Open a new tab. Right click. That works too.
You just hope you got the few hours to give yourself some slack.
I know. Okay, we might have something for your quest giver owl that tells weird hints / nonsense. All right,
Perfectly
like it.
viable.
Perfect.
Sounds right about up the alley of a quest giver. I mean,
Indeed.
starting quest is extremely vague at the best of times anyways. I remember whenever I was playing like RPGs and stuff like that, it was just like, oh, that's what the quest giver... Internet. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what he said. I'm just going to look at the internet,
Internet.
and figure out what other people did, because it's just simpler.
Exactly. Okay, so this isn't exactly an owl, but it's close.
I could mistake it as an owl. I mean, like,
It's
the
kind
first
of an
instinct is
owl.
hawk, but sure.
Yeah. It has different colors too.
Is there any way for you to
There's
tweak
also
it?
that one. I could. I don't want to do that on a stream though, because that'll take forever.
No, fair, but I mean,
boar,
like
got a
that's
cactus
not
man.
that's not what I was asking. If you could do it on a stream, I just asked
Just
if you
could I
tweak
do it? Yeah, I could
Yeah.
tweak it.
I mean, like realistically, you cover that in another stream, or just be like, hey, this is how I did it later. But,
Yeah, true.
Or like you said,
That
you
one's
could-
cool, the
you could
lich,
hunt a
whatever.
true one down.
But anyway, okay. So for birds, we have a few birds, but this one or this one, I feel like this one looks owlish.
Yeah. Realistically, too, all it would take is a head change.
Yeah,
Not much to it.
and there's not a
either.
lot of frames we're working with here, really.
Honestly, I think if you threw some horns on it for a great horned owl,
Yeah,
type deal, it would
a
probably
horny owl.
cover it.
Yeah,
Like you say, it's a 2D type. It doesn't have to be fantastic graphics.
no. So okay, We'll earmark that for now, but we're back to the time thing for now. We got to solve this because this is sort of integral to the rest of what we're doing.
Sidetrack is very easy between the two of us anyways.
Oh god, yeah.
Yep. So, time.
Time, yes. So ultimately the decision is, should it be simulated in-game time that's just nonsensical and it's based off your playtime?
I think it should be based off of playtime.
Playtime, yeah.
Like,
that's what I was leaning towards too.
Well, I mean, like, you gotta think...
It's gonna be harder, but it'll be...
people have lives, though, too.
True,
like,
true.
So they're gonna come back and forth and,
Of course you say horny owl. Of course I say horny owl, indeed. But you're right, yeah. Playtime,
that's
I
what
think.
I always thought, because, like, I would go, like, oh, yeah, I'll play a game for a week solid, and then go 2.5 months.
And you don't want to, like,
looking.
miss...
Well,
like a week. That's kind of the Animal Crossing effect, right? Like Animal Crossing has real time everything.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like I feel like this playtime system would work better.
Yeah. I feel that. Okay, so playtime. Yeah. So I guess what we can do for that is we could set up a timed an event. So what is it? This.time.add event. Oh, add event. Come on, hey, don't be like that. Add event. Now I'm probably gonna have to look this up because I can never remember all this configuration shit.
What's all the stuff on Instagram you ever say to me? Like, oh yeah, what they think I do, what I actually do.
Google.
Yeah.
Here we go. Perfect. Rex Rainbow for the win. If you ever watch one of my streams, Rex Rainbow, you are my hero. We've chatted on Discord a couple times. I love you.
Please explain why. I like to hear details.
He's a cool guy, man. He made this whole documentation on all these like cheat sheets for Phaser. He made a buttload of awesome plugins. He's just awesome. He's like a hero in the Phaser community.
Excellent.
And I chatted with him on Discord.
Love it.
Feel like such a hero. Well, I don't feel like a hero. Anyway. Okay, so we want a delay. We want a callback scope, and if it loops, which it will. So we'll say delay. This is basically like the tick of our clock in our game time. So like how frequently in milliseconds should this tick?
Well, I was gonna say it's our seconds hand tick.
Yeah, so like seconds could represent a minute in the game time or something.
Fair, or whatever, because you always want to accelerate it. So
exactly. So you can play through a couple days in like an hour or something.
Yeah.
So a delay a millisecond. Callback, we'll give it. I'm actually gonna give it a dedicated function, so we'll call it tick clock.
What is giving it a like? Does that just make it easier for you to code, or does that
it's just cleaner?
Cleaner, okay.
Yeah, it's just
so
cleaner.
Just a formatting situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, clean formatting is a thing, though. Like
it is a thing.
Yeah.
And loop true. Okay, so now we need a function called tick clock, which we'll put it up here.
Now, is there any particular like matter of where you put these, or does it just like throw it in, and as long as you have the correct?
As long as it's within this class.
Yeah.
This game UI class, as long as it's a function that's in that class,
cool.
You're good.
Yeah.
I just want to see if it's actually giving us any parameters we can work with. So I just gave it something and something else, just to test if it's actually doing anything.
This thing and that thing.
This thing and that thing, possibly. It could be a thing. You never know. Sometimes it gives you useful stuff. It often does. Now we'll see it here. Undefined, so it's not giving us anything, which is fine. We don't really need anything. We just know it's happening every second.
It realizes something's going on.
Exactly. And the point is it's repeating every second, so we can then do whatever we want with that. So we'll say this dot min clock minutes equals 0. This dot clock hour equals do we want to start it at 0 or do we want to start it at 1? Like, do we want to do like military time or like you know, we're reinventing time here, people. No big deal.
Oh yeah. I mean, realistically, military, like the 24-hour clock is easier to follow.
Kinda.
But at
Not for us civilians, though.
Yeah, you gotta think about what the computer's thinking about too, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, but I think like it shouldn't be that hard to go to just a normal 12-hour clock. Like,
Yeah, no, we can do that easily enough, and we can just have an AM PM flag. And then it's done.
like,
So let's say 1. It starts at 1. This dot clock AM PM equals, we'll just give it a true false because it'll be true for A. We'll just say clock AM is, we'll start it at false, so it starts at 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll just say, wow, this scroll's so weird. I don't like it.
Is that just your mouse you're talking about? Or?
Yeah. So clock minutes plus equals 1. Oh wait, hold up. We gotta get some conditional shit in here because time is fucking weird. 60 minutes in an hour. Fucking 12 hours in a whatever. It's so stupid.
That's an entire another stream in itself.
Oh god, yeah. Raccoon. Rackin'.
Racking? Why are you racking?
Why you rackin'? Yeah, tell us why you rackin'.
I'm very curious, Emily. My drunk self wants to know. By the time I get back, I expect a response. Thank you.
Excellent. Alright. I don't know why I leaned forward. My chair is still back. But anyway. So we'll say, okay, so if clock minutes less than, no, 60.
I pushed the door a little hard, I guess.
That's okay. It does open all the way. That's good. So if clock minutes is less than 60, we'll add 1 to the clock minutes. Otherwise, we'll say less than 60. Yeah, so else this dot clock minutes equals 0. Oh no. We should have got more. We should have got more. This dot, yeah, story of our lives. But anyway, so say again. Oh god, that's also a bad. Yeah, there is flat Pepsi in there too. Just FYI. All right, so this dot clock minutes goes back to 0 clock. No, actually we need another conditional in here, so we have to say else. So in the else, we'll say if this dot clock hour less than 12, say this dot clock hour plus, I don't know why I'm doing plus equals 1, what a scrub. Plus plus clock hour plus plus, and clock minutes, yeah, it goes back to 0. Okay, so we're good there. That's what I'm going to look at, like staying up watching this stream. This, of course, this is what you signed on for. What do you expect? Don't worry, Darcy will be back soon with more drinks and debauchery will ensue. And anywho, so we got clock hour is less than 12, then clock hour will increase. If clock hour is greater than 12, we'll say this dot clock hour equals 0, and this dot am, no, what is it, clock am equals negative this dot clock am, which will flip it, so whatever it is, it flips back and forth between AM and PM, and it resets, and that really is our tick function right there. Darcy, I made the tick function.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's good.
Excellent.
Not tested, but not verified, but have a strong drink.
Yeah.
Have a stiff drink. Oh, look at you discovering the amazing emotes of Twitch. What's this one? Dan's Gamer. Dan's Game.
Staying up watching this stream.
That's what you signed on for. Oh, that's what you're gonna look like. Oh, the raccoon. Sorry, I got you now.
I mean,
I like how you demystified that in a second, and I was like, this is what you signed on for. I'm a special person.
we all knew that already. You're correct. We should have bought more alcohol. What time?
Right.
It's far too late to buy more
Way
alcohol.
too late to buy
That's
more alcohol. It's a
certainly-
tragedy.
It is a tragedy. It's just so much of a tragedy. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna sure it's too late to buy alcohol. If it's not too late to have alcohol delivered, we might have alcohol delivered.
True that. Hey, we do. It's in Victoria. Smartest dumb person. Damn straight. Award goes to Kirk. Anywho, so this I think is our completed tick function. Take a look at that. How's that for pretty?
That's
So,
short.
It is short. And basically all it's saying, if the clock minutes are less than 60, clock minutes increase by 1. And again, this is happening every second. So then, otherwise, if clock minutes are greater than 60, the clock minutes reset to 0. The clock hour, if it's in this else statement, when the clock minutes reset to 0, if the clock hour is less than 12, the clock hour increases. If the clock hour is greater than 12, the clock hour resets to 0 and the AM PM switches between one of the other. That's it. That's all it has to be, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's not bad. Yeah. So, tick clock, done. Now let's get a little text box to show our clock on the screen so we can actually take a look at it and see like if it works. That would be helpful. Clock text equals this dot add dot text. We'll put it just in the top right corner because I've already got potential things coming in the top left, so we're out of luck. Damn it. I think I'm using 10 as my more or less global magic padding. So minus 10, 10 for the Y. The text will start as 1 p.m. And we'll give it font size of like, let's say 16 pixels. Font family as fucking sans serif as always. So I'm not relying on any crazy fonts for this game because it has to run on everything. Get that out of the way. Color can be oh, you know what we should do? Yeah, hold up. So we'll do white color. Background color is, oops, if I can type, black. And then padding can be like 5 pixels of padding. Now we just have to set the origin just so. Clock text set origin. So on the X it's between 0 and 1, so it has to be 1, I think, on the X, so it's on the right side. And the Y has to be, it's again between 0 and 1. So I guess the Y has to be 0, I think. So let's take a look at this and see how it looks. If we see 1 p.m. in the corner, we're doing good. Hey, 1 p.m.
Look at that.
1 p.m. Hell yeah. Whoop.
But why is it dark at 1 p.m.?
Oh, we haven't got that far yet.
I see.
Fuck this guy up first. And we'll proceed. I am actually kind of happy with the just clicky tappy mechanics for fighting stuff. It's not terrible.
I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not like you say. It's not terrible.
Satisfying though. Like especially on a phone, you're just like, I'll kill you.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything complicated or weird.
Exactly. So now, in the tick clock function, we'll have an extra call at the end of all our conditional stuff, where we'll say clock text set text as the hour. We won't add any padding to, so we'll just say I'm gonna do it like this, backticks. It's hard to see on this keyboard a little bit, but I'm getting over that real quick. Clock hour.
Yeah, especially with black out the light. It's just
Right. It's a little tricky, but not my first rodeo. Stop clock minute. So we're gonna have, it's gonna be weird at first, but we might just even leave it this way because it's kind of unique. But we'll say this dot.
What exactly is this doing?
This is outputting the text into that little 1 p.m. box that we had, showing the actual time.
I see.
AM, so clock AM question mark AM or PM. Now, wow, can't see. Yeah, I actually guess I do rely on looking at my keyboard at least a little bit, but oh well, it's fine. It's all for the stream. The only thing is currently it's not going to show 2 zeros. It's not going to like digit it out like that, so it's going to be like 1:0 p.m. So I'm just going to restart it as that so it's consistent. Now let's take a look. 1:1 p.m., 1:2 p.m., 1:3 p.m., 1:4 p.m., 1:5 p.m. Ooh, nice new emoji. What's this one? Smork. That's a good one. Smork. Like it. Looks like Shrek, but like really demonic. There you go. Now it looks normal. 1:23 p.m., 1:24 p.m. Let's let it tick over and get all the way to, yeah, the hours and whatnot.
Yeah.
So wait, but hold up. This means that a whole AM, PM, so a whole day would be 24 minutes, which is not terrible, right? It's not terrible.
I imagine there's a way to stretch that out if you wanted it to.
Oh no, I thought that was like long, if anything. But like,
Let's just see where it goes through here.
yeah. Oh, it showed
160.
60. Weird.
Yeah. I mean, it did go to 2, but it did show 60.
It did show 60. It should have just showed 59, I thought. Less than 60, it increases. Oh yeah, so this should just be 59. That's easy enough. I guess that means this should probably be less than 11 because it'll add it and then it'll be 12. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll give it a run. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Clicky to start. Clicky to start. 1 0, 1 1, 1 2.
That's still weird.
It is weird. I'm gonna try and see if I can find a way to solve that.
I can't.
But I'll
I
let it
imagine
run, though.
it's a little bit odd. I find it a little odd that it won't just add the 0.
Well, yeah. Nothing.
I know
Nothing
0
comes for free in programming. You have to
Yeah.
fucking do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also understand that zeros are a little bit weird for machines to read.
A little bit sometimes. Depends on what you're doing, but yeah. Okay, 1:30 p.m.
Halfway there.
Oh, my ass hurts already. Jeez.
Well, I mean, as much as the chair, it's not the best chair.
No, it's not the best chair. This is true. Although, that being said, this new angle we've got, I could get a nice chair and it's not going to screw up anything. So that's cool. Okay, 155, 156. Here we go. Moment of truth.
58,
59. Dude.
Nice.
Yeet. All right. We're getting somewhere. I'm going to see if I can sort out that padding thing. I'm sure I've looked up a function for this before because this is not the first time I've done a clock, but add int with zeros, not Python, JS. Yeah, leading zeros in JavaScript. Here we go. Oh, string.pads. Oh, ES 2017 update. Interesting. Am I using ES 2017? Maybe. That's what he said. Oh, could make so many jokes about butts holding erg. That's what he said. Yeah. Funny. You're so funny. Oh, whoa, yo. Weirdy cheered with 102 bits 27 minutes ago. I totally missed that. Sorry, Weirdy, I completely missed that. I don't think you're still here, but thank you for that, sir. Means he gave me $1.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Not a lot of slick going on so far. Nice, good. But here's a function if this doesn't work, so let's try this and see if this works. So we'll say string dot, what is it? Pad, oh, string number. Passing the number. Whoa, calm down, keyboard. Dot pad start. Yeah, it recognizes it, so that's a good sign so far.
So yeah, we're heading in the
4,
right direction
so we
for
want
sure.
what do we want? 2? 4, so 4 gives, so that's the number of digits. So yeah, we want 2, I think. So yeah, 2. Oops, pad start 2, and we're padding it with a 0. I am using a transpiler, so it should be able to figure this out.
Let's see.
That's what he said. Yay! Here we go. That first one's always going to be fucked up until I fix it, but there we go. Works.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
That
All
was
right.
fairly quick too, so. And nice, it doesn't even like throw an extra one on when it starts getting into the double digits.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Cool, cool. All right, done. That's that. We can reset the initial state to be normal. Now what? One thing I want to test is I want to test what happens if we're at clock hour 11. Clock minutes, just because I'm lazy and I want to test this faster. 30. So we're at 11:30 p.m. So I want to see if it'll switch over to AM properly. Go. Doot-de-doot-de-doo.
So we can start it at like 11:45.
Probably. Gotta wait a whole damn 30 seconds. What is this horseshit?
It's never as long as you think it is until it happens. It's so 000, which I mean clocks do. So.
I mean, clocks do, but I'm not fucking with that. I want it to go from... Wait. It went from 11:59 to 0, right? So that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Because unless you're showing the seconds, it would show only.
Yeah. So as much as that doesn't make sense to me, it does kind of make sense in the world. I guess. Damn it. Alright.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess we'll just leave it then. That's fine. 0 can be 12. Okay. So now...
Only using the Kirk emojis.
Oh no, that's not on Twitch yet.
I see. I'm just like looking at it.
No, that's the
Seems familiar.
that's the seems good guy. He's
Oh, I
like,
see.
yeah. Pretty sure I got that one right. Seems good, yeah. All right, so I guess now we can actually set the tint so that it is accurate to the thing. Let's just reset that so it does start at 1. Okay, now we're gonna oh, I guess we don't have to put it in the update function. We can be more efficient than that. We can do it in the tick clock function. So now, this is where it's gonna get interesting. So, okay, we have to decide on another thing here now. This is another decision point. At what point should it start getting dark and then getting light again? Like, what's the window for the darkness? And keep in mind, the crazier we make this, the more annoying it's going to be to code.
Well, I say like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. is pretty.
6 a.m. to 6.
Or sorry,
6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, is when it would start getting dark.
So
Midnight it would be like max dark, and then it starts getting lighter again towards 6
And
a.m.
then it's like max light from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Like just fairly simple, 12 hours dark, 12 hours light. Kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of works out like that. It sounds like.
Yeah. Emily says 10 p.m. Executive decision. You're voted off the island. Sorry, we're doing it the other way because this is easier. Because it's not... Because 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. would work, but then it's like, it's still... Well... It's still getting light by 10 a.m. I guess this is all... Also, this is all dependent on the seasons and, like, the fucking lunar cycle and whatever.
It depends on where you are on the planet.
Also where you are on the planet. So we're not going to get too crazy.
Yeah, if you're close to the equator, you get 12 hours dark, 12 hours light.
Yeah. So, okay, you're back on the island. We'll just do 10 to 10. Yeah. That's easy. Okay, no, we're not doing that. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Sorry.
Crazy.
No, that's too much. That's too much coding work right now. We need a 12-hour window. That's much easier to deal with here.
Yeah, you're splitting the day in half.
Yeah. But then still, we are recording the day in 2 separate variables, so this is already tricky. 3 separate variables, actually. So how do we do this? Because ultimately what I want to reduce this to is I want to reduce that window into a between 0 and 1 value. That's what I'm trying to do. That we can then apply to the opacity. Just nerdy things, fine. Plan on adding BB code to text, says Schmelly Orc. Schmelly Orc, how do you mean? Like BB code to the chat on Twitch, or like in the game, or like how do you mean? Because I know of BB code. I've never used it, but I know of it. And yeah, curious to know what you mean. Anywho, yeah, so I guess... Oh geez, crunching my brain now.
Gears turn.
Yeah. Oh, meant your RPG game, says Smelly Orc. Well, it's not going to be an online RPG game, Smelly Orc, so I don't think we'll really be adding BB code to it. Yeah, it's like at the most we're gonna have like text dialogues between characters, but I don't really see any need for like special formatting in that. Like maybe a bit could be fun, but yeah, not anytime imminent anyways. So okay. Still, we need to convert this to a 0 between 0 and 1. This is tricky. So I guess what we could do is we could kind of do away with the minutes, because the minutes aren't really going to matter. Well, they are. Oh, shit, they are. They are going to matter, because we want to fine-tune the time, not just have it jump every hour. Yeah. Darn. So... maybe we could make multiple scalars and then sort of compose them somehow. That could be a thing. Sounds complex, yeah. Jeez. Okay, yeah, we've really dug ourselves a hole here with how we made the clock. Because that what we made for the clock translates really nicely into a clock. But then translating that into how dark it's going to be in the world, that now is kind of more complicated. But where there's a will, there's a way, so we'll figure it out. Let's see. So just for shits and giggles, let's start with like a... well, we'll make a variable for it. We'll be smart about this. We'll say... call it night fade. That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll say like it's equal to, I don't know. So all in all, we're dealing with a 12-hour window. So whatever it is, it can be divided by 12. Right? I think that makes sense. And then we'll say, we'll just start with the hours, and we'll see if we can notice a difference on the tick over, maybe. So this dot clock hour plus this dot am, no, what is it, clock am. So we start on the am, so on the PM, no, what do we start on? We start on the PM. So we start with it what? True? False. So we start with it false. So if it's true, it'll be plus 6. If it's false, it'll be plus 0. So this should, no, that's gonna give us all kinds of headaches, isn't it? Because clock hour can be anywhere from 0 to, oh god.
You're digging yourself a hole, aren't you?
I know, I really done goofed this pretty good, but let's see. Okay, no, scratch that. We'll keep that, but we'll just scratch it for now. Try another way. We'll say night fade equals, no, equals, there you go. Could we multiply the AM PM? So like, no, that wouldn't work, would it? No, I don't think so. So okay, I feel like I need a notepad for this shit. This is the kind of shit that I like to work out on paper. But well, actually we do have the overhead cam, so like if I had a notebook I could do that, but I know I threw it somewhere. It's somewhere. Whatever, it's all good. We'll just do it. We have a computer. That's a really fancy notebook.
We have a few computers going on here, so...
Yeah. We can make this work. I hope so too. Just the whole stream dies here. Stream time of death now. Yeah. So like... That's why I wish I paid more attention in math. Okay, so hold on. Here's a good way we can do this. 1 divided by 1 would be the darkest it's going to be, so that would be midnight. Right? So I'm going to write all this down while we're going, because this is going to be useful. I can feel it. So 1 out of 1 equals midnight.
Makes sense because, you know, full dark.
Yeah. Exactly. So 0 out of 1 equals, yeah, like, no, 0 out of 1 would it be noon? No, it would be the brightest, yeah. So let's just say brightest. Well, hold on. No, let's give it a time thing instead of a, let's relate it to time. So like, it's going to be one of 2 states. It's going to be right at the start or right at the end, which I guess is kind of the same thing. But no, it's not, because we're in a window, so the... Ooh. You know what? This is how we're going to do it. We're just going to do it like this, because we're lazy. We're going to say this dot clock hour, which is between 0 and 12. No, sorry, 0 and 11. Times this dot clock AM question mark. So if it's AM, it's times 1. If it's PM, it's times 2. In my mind, that somehow makes sense. Yeah, right. It kind of makes sense. And then, so, yeah, so that's like accounting for the hours. And somehow we need to factor in the minutes to that. But for now, we'll just deal with the hours and see how it looks. So that's that. Hold on, that's not quite that, but that's almost that, divided by 24. Now let's just console log it and see what we get. Alright, let's see what we get in the console. Here we go. So 1 p.m. it's at so it's at 8% at 1 p.m. It's at 8. Oh, but it's still at 8% because the hour hasn't ticked over yet because we're only basing it on hours so far. So when it ticks over to 2, we should see a difference. The waiting game begins. Drink. Oh, that's your drink. Dude, we should make we could have, if we had more alcohol, we could have made a drinking game out of this.
We could have.
Yeah.
Although I'm fairly inebriated at this point.
Yeah.
It seems like the clock's going slower.
Does it? Very well might be, because that time thing is built into the frames per second of this, so if the FPS is dipping, there we go. And there it is, it's double what it was. It's gone from 8% to 16%.
Yeah, I guess it's just doing what it's supposed to.
So it is kind of working. It is, but we're no longer basing it on that window. We've just thrown that out the door, and we're just basing it off of puff, puff, pass, says Emily Barrow. Yes, indeed. Except for the passing, because it's vape, and Darcy don't deal with that. Nay.
Not my deal. Curious to see how it rolls over to 3 at 32.
Yeah, which I think it will.
Theory.
In theory.
24. Number.
A number. Not what I was expecting.
No, well, 16.
But still. Oh.
No,
Math.
still,
No, that would
off.
be off.
Way off.
But I still sort of feel like that math holds up, because, like, hold on, it's not necessarily jumping by half increments. It did there, but it might, because what we're dealing with is, like, so 1 divided by 12 is that one. 2 divided by, or sorry, not 12. 1 divided by 24 is that one. 2 divided by 24 is that one. 3 divided by 24 is...
That doesn't sound right.
Still doesn't sound right?
3 Let's see what 4 brings.
Yeah, let's see what 4 brings, and then we'll make a decision. So 4 is 33%, which 4 out of... Oh my god, math.
No, that is that should be right, because 33% of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's just apply that now to the fade graphics and see what happens. Set alpha. Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Aw, Emily Vero says heart. Thanks, Emily Vero. Heart right back at ya. Here you go. I'll send you one. Here you go. There you go. That's interesting. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be much lighter, although I guess we're at PM, which would be the... Hold on, I should put that console log back in. That was useful. Okay. DD. DD indeed. That's your bruised butt in The chair. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, indeed. So it still strikes me as weird, because if it was 0... Oh wait, what did I do? Oh, I did fade graphics. Hold up. Night GFX, that's the one we want. That would make more sense. Here we go. Okay, one. Whoa. Hey, look at that. It's bright at 1 p.m. You know what we're gonna do now, just to test this a whole lot faster? We're gonna change the delay from 1 second to like 1 millisecond. No, 100 milliseconds. So it's gonna tick a lot faster. Our time's gonna be moving quicker. There you go, our clock's going nuts. And whoop, a little bit darker. Ooh, a little bit darker again. Didn't see it that time, but I'm assuming it went a little darker. Bro, I think this works. It's hella dark. PM it's quite dark. 11 p.m. it's dark. Ah, fuck. What am I doing? Why am I walking around right now? Get the fuck out of a battle. We don't need that in our life right now. But now I bet you it's gonna be bright again. Yeah, see, now that's the problem. We gotta offset it a bit. But hey, that's cool, because we got the window. We just need to shift the window now. So that's good. That's actually good. As much as that doesn't look good, that's good. So it's really bright at 1 a.m. So if we... I'm going to keep that, because that's really useful for testing it. So if we shift our... this here... How are we gonna do this? So basically we just need to say this, what, plus? I don't know, I'm just gonna say, because we're doing it based off hours, shift it by 12. I just want to see what happens. So at 1 p.m., what are we at now? It's a little dark. 2 p.m. it's darker. I think that actually works, that simple shift. I think we dialed it in a little wrong, but I think that simple shift worked. And now it's just a matter of playing with the numbers a bit. So this is much too dark at 7 p.m., 7 a.m., whatever. No, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Okay. Okay. So it's lightening up at 1 a.m. again. So that pretty much flipped it. So let's try adding 6 to that and see what we get. We've lost Darcy, by the way. He is conked out for tonight, I think. Pardon me? I would be correct. Okay, yes, we've lost Darcy. Darcy has conked out. Darcy's off the clock. So 3 p.m. It's still a little dark, but let's just let it run through a cycle and see how it looks. So 4, 5, still looking a little dark for my taste. Well, I guess in theory it could be this dark at 6 p.m. Oh, excuse me. So there, at 9 p.m. it's at 100% darkness. So we want that to be at midnight, it's at 100% darkness, right? Oh, but hang on, let's see what happens when it switches back over to 1. Oh, it still gets max brightness. That's not what we want. We want it to still be dark at 1 a.m. But right now, what we're getting is it's only a little bit. It's kind of like it's. Oh, wait, how did I add that? Yeah, hold on, this seems suspicious. Yeah, I don't know if I should be adding this to the whole thing, or if I should be adding this to just the hour. I feel like I should be adding this to just the hour. Try that. Give this a shot and see how this turns out. Okay, so it's dark at 2 p.m., so that's not ideal already. But let's see where we're centering our darkness. 75% at 3. 4 is 83%. 5 is 91, so it's going to be 6. Yeah, so 6 is 1 p.m. now. Which actually, hold up. Hold up. Let's put it back to 12, but now we're on the clock hour that we're adjusting. How are we for 1? Oh, we're real dark. Interesting. Hold on, what if we did minus 12? Let's see what that does. This might get crazy. Oh yeah, we've got a negative number. We don't want that. Although, it's working. Let's just see what it does. Let's just let it run through and see if it actually feels natural, because I don't like the fact that we're passing in a negative value as the alpha, but like, if it works, I'm trying not to be a perfectionist with this game, so if it works, it works. It's not throwing any like unexpected input sort of thing, so maybe it accepts it. Maybe it just cuts it up to 0, which I think is what it's doing. Although 8 p.m., 9 p.m., we'd sort of expect it to be getting a little dark at this point. So maybe in that case, what we could do is say minus 6. Okay, here we go. Minus 6. How's this looking? Okay, so we're still at... But what, Emily, what did you say? You said 10 to 10. So we might do minus 10. So it starts getting... Why don't we say minus 8 or 9? Starts getting dark at 8 or 9. Gets light again at 8 or 9. Which kind of makes sense. Okay, let's see this. So we're at 0 now. There we go, 7. We've ticked over to darkness a little bit. All right. Sounds good, says Emily. Cool, cool. All right, so let's implement that. So we know that this, what we're minusing by here, is the tick over point. So we can say at -8, it starts getting dark. Where your friend go, says Emily. He passed out, or is in the process of passing out. Yeah, he's sleepy sleep. Here we go, 5. Now we're at 6. Now we're at 7, should be 0. Or -8, yeah, -8. Now 8 is 0. Now it starts getting dark at 8. Then 9 we'll see the first shift of dark. There you go, it's getting dark now. I just want to let it run through and see what happens when we get more into the AM. Is it going to start? Oh, what happened there? No, that's not what we wanted. AM shifted right back to bright. Darn, I thought that was rock solid. Maybe what we could do is say plus this dot clock AM question mark. Now AM we want it to be +8. PM we want it to be -8. Yeah, let's try that. Getting jankier. Getting jankier, alright. Also, I'm gonna make this go faster because I'm impatient. I can't deal with fucking 100 millisecond delay. Let's do 50. Alright, here we go. Boom, hella fast clock now. Okay, so we should see it getting dark at 9 PM again. It'll be the first shade of dark going on. Or 10, maybe. Yeah, 10. Noticeable at 10. Oh, and look at that. It got darker at AM. Darker at AM. Darker at AM. And then hopefully... I hope what's gonna happen, what's probably gonna happen is it's just gonna jump to fucking, damn it. So 8 AM, I bet you it's just gonna jump right back to bright. Oh, it's dark again. 9 AM, it's real dark. 10 AM, still dark. Okay, so at 11 AM, or yeah, at 11 AM it went right back to hold on, you know what I'm gonna do? Oops. I'm gonna chuck this in our console log because that's gonna make our lives a lot easier when we're debugging this. Let's see here. Chuck that in there. Now in our log, it's going to show the time alongside the shade. out. Alright. Alright, 8 a.m. Still dark, not ideal. Just thinking, maybe what we need is like an absolute value. What if we just absolute valued this? Hold on. So so it's dark still at that time. So the problem is it's just jumping from dark to light, which it does around, where is it? Here, 11 a.m. So it jumps from 79% positive to 66% negative. Which I don't fully understand, but I think we're getting closer, but I still don't think this is quite the solution. There's got to be something a little cleaner than this. Let's just see what, let's shits and giggles, let's just see what Google has for us. Alpha based on time JavaScript. I don't know how to change the alpha. Okay, no. Based on time. Let's make that. Based on time. Changing background based on time of day. This might have something. Okay, no, this is just changing it based on that. What if we say, no, you know what, I'm not gonna find it, Googling it. So, okay. Night alpha, what? I wonder if we play around with this number a little bit. But it's still the problem of like jumping. I want it to fade between them. I don't want it to jump. We're still not even factoring the minutes here, but that's okay. We'll get there. Hold up. Hold up. I just had a brainwave. What if we do this? We'll say night fade equals so we'll say, break it out into a couple lines here. Say this dot hour divided by 12. So that will give us a scalar between the current AM PM clock. Okay, so we'll start with that. So that'll give us the scalar of how close they are to, actually we want it to be 11, I think. Okay, so we got that. We'll say plus this dot clock minutes divided by 59, which should in theory give us a, hold on, would it though? No, it wouldn't. We want that to be times 100, no. Times 1, no. How far do we want to shift the decimal, Kirk? I guess we want to shift it 2 places. So, okay, 100. Or let's just console. Well, we're already console logging it, so see what let's see what this does. Okay, we're already going over 1, so that's not ideal. But I guess, hold on, let's see what it gets to. When it gets to 12, I want to see what it gets to. Oh, it's like almost equal to the time. It's weird. Actually, no, it's not weird. It makes perfect sense. Okay. That was interesting. We had it go from right here to 0, which makes sense because we reset the clock hour. You know what? I think we're onto something here. I think this is the way we're gonna do it. So now we just need to factor in the AM PM thing. God, it would have been so much easier with if we did military time. Alright, so 10, yeah, so it's 10 point, because it's -1, so it's 11 point whatever, 11 point whatever, right up to, yeah. So then maybe what we can do here is we can say this dot clock am question mark 0. So if it's AM, we're adding 0 to it, I think. Or if it's PM, we're adding 12 to it. Right? Yeah, so if it's AM, it's 0. If it's PM, we're 12. Plus that. Let's see what this does. So what oh, hold on, no, we still gotta scale this back, so it's not gonna be that yet. Yeah, so basically what we're doing, oh, sweet dreams, Emily Vero, thank you for hanging out. It's been a pleasure, as always. I'm not gonna be up too much later, but I am gonna get this figured out so you can try it out tomorrow. Have a great night. Now that's interesting. It's just straight zeros for all the AMs, which is not what we were expecting. DD. DD indeed. Have a great night. See you on Monday. DD. So, let's see here. Clock hour divided by 11. Why is that just giving us zeros now? That's bizarre. Then when we switch back to PM, jumps right to 12 as it should. However, why this is all zeros is baffling to me. Because order of operations, so we should get 0 plus the clock hour divided by 11 times 10 plus the clock minutes divided by 59, so that's our decimal point. I doubt this is gonna make a difference, but like, let's just try it. So we're at 12. It's dark, but the darkness will shift around in a minute. That's easy. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get this to a number between 0 and 23, basically. And we were kind of successful so far in getting the second half of that. We're up to 22. And then 0, 8, look at this. Maybe it was just a little coding bug. Because now we're at, yeah, dude, I think we got it. Beautiful, yes. And then we can just offset it by whatever we want our window to be. The only thing is our window is currently going to be 24 hours. And we want our window to be 12 hours, but we can shift that. That's easy enough. So we'll say all of this divided by 24. Right. All of that divided by 24. Then let's see how that actually sets the fade. I bet you it's going to be a complete fade over the entire course of the 24 hours. So we're at midday right now, so that makes sense that it's about halfway. And it is doing a smooth fade now instead of a janky chunked fade per hour, which is cool. Just looking at this closely because I want to make sure. Ooh, it jumped there. Damn it, why did we still get a jump? Oh, right. We would still get a jump, wouldn't we? Shit, how are we gonna deal with that jump? People, I ask you. I guess what we could do... God, I don't even know. I mean, it's doing what we want of it. but it's just that it's jumping and we need it to fade. So like, really it's almost like we need two opposing values that subtract from one another, and then yikes, how are we gonna do this? So I think, okay, so two opposing values between 0 and 1 that subtract from one another. And then, so here's our night fade. Set alpha. But how are we going to get those two opposing values? Because, shit, this is tricky. More alcohol? That might be the answer. So I'm almost wondering if there's something in the AM PM we can use to. Nah, but that wouldn't really make sense either. Because the thing is, right now as it stands, it's working how we actually coded it to work, surprisingly, as it always does. But the thing is, it's going from 0 to 23 back to 0 instantly, right there. Oh no, not right there, sorry. Well, we're a long ways off now, but we're at 75% darkness. So when it gets to a full 100% darkness, a 1, it'll just jump back to 0. But what we want it to do is go from, like, ping pong, basically. We want it to go from 0. Oh god, I just thought of a way that might be so much easier to do this. Do I want to switch up the entire system we've made? Let's just test something real quick. I'll actually keep all this, but we will comment out the add event here. Wow. Yeah, I could use operate my keyboard. Would be grand. So we'll say this dot tweens dot add, and we'll say targets rather is this dot night gfx. We'll say duration is, we'll do, let's say, for the sake of keeping it simple for testing, we'll say 12 times 1,000, so we'll have 12-second days and nights, or we'll have a 12-second, whatever. We're just going to test this out and see how it works. Alpha 1, repeat -1. So it repeats indefinitely. Yo-yo, true. And then we'll say on yo-yo, we'll say give this a function. We'll say this dot, what do we call it? Clock am equals this dot, or negative this dot clock am. And then we'll say like an on update. Yep. Say just console log yeet. Just see how often that happens. Let's just take a look. So it's happening a lot, real fast. Also doesn't seem to be... Oh, did I do fade GFX again? No, I did not. Bizarre. So let's... night GFX, set alpha. We'll start it at 0. And then we'll set it to 1. Oh, right, because it's starting at 1 and setting it to 1 maybe. That's not working, but we'll try this. Oh, it is fading. Okay. Being a lot slower than I was expecting, but anyway. There it is. Okay, so it yo-yos out to 1. Comes back in. What if we add a delay so that this, we're literally just defining the window here of, say, 5,000, so it stays dark for 5,000, stays light for 5,000. So it's fully lit. Getting dark. Now it's dark, and it instantly ping ponged back, so that's not ideal. Is there like a yo-yo delay? Nope. Darn. Okay, so we'll axe the delay. I do still think it would be cleaner to actually write our own thing for this instead of using a tween. I don't know. Like, it's working. It is working. Thing is, how are we then going to tie that into, because this update is clearly happening like on the frame rate. Hang on, what options do we get on the frame rate? Like what on update? Yeah. So if this is a time and a delta, oops. tween. No, it's not. Graphics, display lit. Yeah, this is the drat. Not what I was hoping for. I'm gonna give this a little more, people, but I don't know how much more in me I got right now. It's late. Hold on. Do we have a progress thing? Because that could be useful. If we have a progress parameter, that might be the key right there. Please don't be undefined. Please don't be undefined. Please don't be undefined. Undefined. Okay, let's look this up. How could I get the set tween.seek progress. Okay, cool. Get the progress. Tween task. On active, on update. On repeat, on loop. We're kind of not doing the things I want. Oh, hold. The time the tween will pause before running a yo-yo. Yo, okay. So that could be the little delay we were going for. So delay again will make 5 seconds. And hold, we will make 5 seconds. So let's see if that now gives us a little delay where it's bright and dark. Should be bright for a while now. Now we're getting to the darkness. Now hopefully it'll be dark for a while. Dark for a while, cool. And when it brightens up, it'll be bright for a while. Now it's getting dark again. Okay, cool. So that works. So now my big concern is how just how do we tie in the clock to this? It's like we've got excuse me. It's like we've got one functionality or the other. We've got the clock or we've got the fade graphics working nicely. I don't know, people. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. I would love to sit and debug this further, but frankly, my butt hurts and the bed is calling my name. So it's been a slice, everybody. Thank you everybody who turned out and came and viewed and chatted and threw down some bits. Thank you Weirdy87 for that. Appreciate it. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. This has been fun, and I'll try and get this sorted in the meantime, and then we'll come back with some fresh content, baby. So yeah, keep it real, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a good one.